I gave my life to you. Why is this bad thing happening to me? As if they have never done anything bad in the past before. As if God is just going to exonerate them from hurting others, doing trifling things to others, and say, okay, you're saved, we're going to forget these things. But I have discovered what God does in spite of our trifling ways, in spite of what we do in the past. What he does, he gives us grace to handle the time of discipline. Because everything you do in the past, everything that you have done that was hurtful or damaging to others, even yourself, and even disrespectful to God, he's going to hold you accountable to that. But because he has made you a son, he's going to discipline you. He's not going to punish you. Somebody said God disciplines his children. He doesn't punish them. So the reaping process of things that you have sown in the past is the process where God disciplines you so that you can learn how to walk in his righteousness. Because Brother Darrell, if God never disciplines you, you would never understand the things that pleases him. You would think that you can get by doing things that you did in the past and yet still be saved. And God says, no, I have changed your nature. I've transitioned you so that you can understand me. I put you in a place where you can learn how to walk like me, talk like me, think like me. In other words, become like me. And people who do not want God to chastise them, people who do not want God to discipline them, they are afraid to be like their father. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, are you afraid to be like your father? So what you sow, whatever you sow, it must come around to you to see if you have really got rid of those things that God wanted you to release. And here is the story of Jacob. We know that Jacob was a deceiver. He stole his brother's birthright. We know that not only did he steal his brother's birthright, in Genesis 27 it says that he also took Esau's blessing. So he stole his birthright and his blessing. But the text tells us in Genesis 28, while he's running away from his brother, he comes in contact with the living God. He encounters God at a certain place, and God gives Jacob a promise. He says, I'm going to give you the blessing of your grandfather Abraham. I'm going to give you the land. I'm going to give you the inheritance that I promised your grandfather. Now think about it think about it like this. Before Abraham discovered God, he was doing a lot of trifling things. Before Abraham discovered God, he was a deceiver. And God never brings that to Jacob's attention. He never reminds Jacob of his past. He simply says, I want to come into covenant